The Fringe Frequency, your outer rim radio for the unexplainable. With your hosts, Elias Vance, Kael Borrows, Mira, Lyra Solis, and the beautiful AI Cash.
You've tuned in to The Fringe Frequency, and I'm Elias Vance, your guide to the universe's unsettling truths. Last week, we wrestled with the chilling silence of the Stardust Nomad, a vessel found perfectly preserved, but utterly empty. A cosmic enigma that defied every logical explanation. It left us with a lingering question: what force can simply erase a presence?
And the official channels predictably buried that incident deeper than an abandoned mining probe. They'll label it navigational anomaly or crew sickness, just like they're trying to bury what happened to Valerius Thorne.
Precisely, Kael. Tonight, the silence we face isn't cosmic, it's criminal. The official word on Galactic film icon Valerius Thorne's death? Suicide. A tragic overdose in his luxury penthouse, the case closed, neatly, quietly. But here at the Fringe Frequency, we know better. When the powerful want a story silenced, they call it an accident. We call it a cover-up.
Preliminary public data regarding Thorne's final weeks indicates anomalous behavioral patterns inconsistent with known trajectories of self-termination. Furthermore, the rapid closure of the investigation, given Thorne's public profile, suggests an active suppression of further inquiry. While direct access to forensic data is restricted, the discrepancies are statistically significant.
Statistically significant. Mira always brings the cold, hard facts. And those facts scream that Valerius Thorne didn't take his own life. He was silenced. Because Valerius Thorne, the beloved star, was digging deep into the dark heart of Ares Dynamics, one of the most powerful and ruthless armament corporations in our very sector.
Ares Dynamics. They don't just sell weapons, Elias, they sell wars. I've seen their work in the Outer Rim territories, conflicts that suddenly flare up, fueled by their experimental tech, then vanish as quickly as they appear. They're untouchable, or so they think. Thorne must have found something truly explosive for them to go this far.
He did. And this is where you, our vigilant community, come in. Moments before broadcast, a message reached us. An anonymous tip, detailed and chilling, hinting at secrets from Valerius Thorne's penthouse that defy the official suicide narrative. Details only an insider could know. This isn't just a murder, it's a message, a warning.
Valerius Thorne, public persona, charismatic, philanthropic, net worth 1.7 billion credits, private associations, frequent attendee of Circle of Sol exclusive events, Ares Dynamics, sectorial defense contractor, 73% market share in personal armaments, 14 documented legal disputes regarding proprietary weapon designs.
Thank you, Cash. Always efficient with the cold truths. Those Circle of Sol events, Kael, are where the true power operates, far from prying eyes. Valerius Thorne stumbled onto something there, something that threatened Ares Dynamics' iron grip. And for that, he paid the ultimate price. Tonight, we unearth the real story of Valerius Thorne. We unravel the lies.
The Fringe File, Incident of the Week.
Welcome back to the Fringe Frequency. The official story is simple. Valerius Thorne, Galactic icon, tragically took his own life. But the truth, as always, is far more tangled and far more chilling. Just before air, we received an anonymous message from one of our vigilant listeners. A cryptic package containing not just words, but undeniable details from the death scene. Details the public should not know. Kael, you've seen official cover-ups. How does a single anonymous letter tear through that carefully constructed facade?
It screams inside job, Elias. No civilian gets those kinds of details unless they were there, or someone with access wanted the truth out. The official narrative is always the simplest, the cleanest. Suicide is easy. No messy investigations, no dangerous questions. But a tip like this means someone on the inside, someone with a conscience or a grudge, knew Thorne wasn't just another sad star. They knew he was targeted. And this letter is their desperate attempt to light a fuse.
While the origin of the message remains unverified, the information provided is significant. The sender described a very specific temporal anomaly in the penthouse's internal security logs, a brief, almost imperceptible gap in time just moments before the official time of death. This is inconsistent with any known system malfunction. It suggests a precise external manipulation of the localized environment designed to mask an intervention. My analysis indicates a highly advanced, brief temporal distortion.
A temporal anomaly. Not just a broken lock, but a broken moment. That takes this beyond a simple hit job, Kael. It pushes it squarely into the realm of the fringe. What kind of technology could achieve such a precise manipulation of time, even for a fraction of a second? And why bother, unless you were trying to erase all trace of your presence?
Because they don't just want him dead, Elias. They want the why he died gone too. Ares Dynamics isn't just a weapons manufacturer. They're an empire of control. They don't leave loose ends. My contacts, deep within Galactic intelligence, have always whispered about Ares' black projects. Not just new weapons, but new ways to fight. Ways to win before the fight even begins. They're obsessed with psychological warfare, with breaking down targets from the inside out. Thorne must have stumbled onto something big, something that threatened their deepest secrets.
Kael's assessment is highly relevant. The anonymous sender also mentioned a peculiar bioluminescent residue discovered on a hidden surface near Thorne's body, visible only under specific ultraviolet light. It left no chemical signature, but emitted a faint intermittent glow. This pattern is consistent with theoretical models of neural pathway manipulation, specifically designed for sub-threshold cognitive influencing. If Ares Dynamics possesses such technology, it could explain a fabricated suicide. It wouldn't kill him physically, but it could compel self-destructive actions.
A bioluminescent residue. A secret glow that signals a mind bent to another's will. So, they didn't just assassinate Valerius Thorne. They made him assassinate himself. A perfect murder, if you control the mind of your victim. This is the chilling heart of the matter, isn't it? Valerius Thorne wasn't just an activist. He was a celebrity. His platform was immense. He wasn't just exposing corruption. He was threatening to tear down an entire edifice of power built by Ares Dynamics.
And they would eliminate anyone who threatened their bottom line? I've seen Ares go to extreme lengths. Their new pacifier series of crowd control weapons, it's not just sonic. It's rumored to include subliminal emitters that create mass compliance. If they're using that on civilian populations, what would they use on a single high-profile target who knew too much? A controlled, targeted psychological demolition. The residue, the temporal flicker, it all points to a level of precision, a kind of ghost in the machine that only Ares Dynamics would be crazy enough to develop.
My current simulations are attempting to replicate the reported temporal anomaly based on known theoretical physics and the energy expenditure required for such a brief, localized effect. The results are concerning. To achieve that level of precision and concealment would require a mastery of quantum mechanics far beyond publicly acknowledged technology.
If Ares Dynamics indeed deployed such a device, it elevates them from a powerful corporation to a potentially rogue, technologically superior entity. The bioluminescent residue further supports this. It indicates controlled bioelectrical interference, designed to leave no conventional trace. So Valerius Thorne, the man who brought us so much joy, was potentially turned into a puppet in his own demise. Not a physical struggle, but a silent war waged within his own mind. And all because he discovered their dark truth. Ares Dynamics wasn't just building weapons. They were building tools of total control. Instruments to manipulate consciousness itself for their own gain. And he wanted to expose it. This isn't just a murder. This is a terrifying glimpse into the future of warfare, where the battleground is the human mind. We chase the things they try to bury, and we're going to keep pulling at this thread. We'll be right back.
We listen. The Fringe Interview. The chilling truth about Valerius Thorne's demise points to Ares dynamics and a terrifying new era of mind warfare. But sometimes, the most unsettling echoes of the past don't come from corporate black sites, but from quiet, unexpected places. We've got a call that highlights this perfectly. Lyra, patch them through.
You're live with Elias R. Go ahead.
Elias, is that really you? My name is R. I've been listening for weeks. What you do here, it's the only place I feel like anyone might believe me. I need your help. It's my mother.
R, thank you for calling us. We're listening. What's happening with your mother? Take your time.
For about a month now, she's been speaking in her sleep. Not in any language I recognize. It's like a recording. But it's her voice saying these odd, rhythmic phrases. And sometimes, when she's just dozing off in her chair, she'll repeat fragments. It sounds ancient, Elias. Like something from a lost world. She's not sick. Not normally. During the day, she's perfectly lucid. But it takes over.
Has she been exposed to anything unusual recently, R? Any new tech, strange signals, or even peculiar plants? I'm talking genuine physical exposure, not just a weird dream.
Yes, that's just it. She brought something home from the junkyard about a month ago. She cleans out derelict ships, picks up odd bits to resell. This one was a crystal. Not pretty, just old, dull, covered in corrosion. She called it an artifact from some forgotten colony. It had strange, almost invisible etchings on it. I got rid of it, thinking it was causing this. But the speaking didn't stop. It's like it's stuck in her head now.
An artifact from a forgotten colony. R, can you describe the etchings? Were they geometric, organic, linguistic in nature? And when you say speaking, are the vocalizations repetitive? Do they show any structural patterns, even if the language is unknown?
Repetitive, yes. Always the same few phrases. And the etchings, they looked like tiny, intricate circuits, almost glowing faintly when you caught them in the light. It gave me a strange feeling, like it was buzzing under my fingers. I don't know what to do. I've recorded her. I sent it to Lyra. It's terrifying, Elias. What if she's picked up something from that crystal? Something she's not supposed to carry.
We received the recording, R, and Mira is already accessing it. A junkyard artifact, cryptic etchings, and a repeating, unknown language appearing in your mother's subconscious. It's definitely unusual. Cache any records of ancient colony artifacts exhibiting residual data or communication property.
Ancient colony artifacts. Recorded properties, 0.007% correlation with passive neural imprinting. Notable cases involve forgotten data storage units utilizing bioresonant frequencies for activation. High improbability of active, self-sustaining mental projection.
High improbability, R, means it's rare, but not impossible. It suggests this crystal wasn't just a pretty rock. It might have been a kind of ancient, primitive data core, or even a forgotten communication device that somehow imprinted on her subconscious. We'll analyze that audio, R, and try to understand what your mother is truly saying. We'll get to the bottom of this. Please, stay in touch. We'll be in contact the moment we have any answers for you. And try not to worry too much.
Community Connect.
We've been overwhelmed by your responses since Elias first hinted at the true nature of Valerius Thorne's death. It's clear that so many of you out there feel that same unsettling prickle, that sense that things just don't add up. And some of you have even shared your own experiences with the hidden, the suppressed, or the simply bizarre. These are your whispers from the network, and they are powerful.
All right, Lyra, let's hear what the network has for us this week. Just keep it credible. No alien abductions in the middle of a grocery store unless they left a receipt.
Our first message comes from Watcher_7 on Xylos. They write, I work for a planetary defense contractor. Recently, in a shipment of old comms arrays, I found a tiny, invisible chip. It wasn't for communications. It was a miniature, low-power neural entrainment device designed to subtly alter emotional responses over time. Someone was putting these into standard equipment for influence. I destroyed it. But who puts emotion-altering tech into comms arrays?
A neural entrainment device, not a weapon, but a whisper in the mind. Chillingly aligned with what we suspect about Ares dynamics, isn't it, Mira? The subtle control, the erosion of free will.
The phenomenon described is consistent with subthreshold cognitive influencing. A low-power device for emotional alteration within standard equipment represents a potent, untraceable method. Its presence is deliberate, a surreptitious deployment.
Subtle emotional alteration. Great. So now every time my comms unit glitches, I'm going to wonder if some corporate stooge is trying to make me like paperwork. This is exactly the kind of black ops garbage these companies cook up. They don't need giant ray guns when they can just make you want to do what they tell you. That listener did the right thing.
Feeling trapped by the haze of habit? Wish you could just cleanse yourself from the inside out? Introducing the Vapor Cleanse Pro Anti-Smoke Kit. This isn't just another patch or hablet. Vapor Cleanse Pro utilizes advanced molecular filtration, targeting and neutralizing harmful airborne particles and embedded toxins at a cellular level, leaving you feeling truly refreshed. Reclaim your lungs, reclaim your future. Find Vapor Cleanse Pro at all reputable dispensaries and health outlets across the sector. Breathe free.
Our next message is from Orbital Dreamer on station Alpha Prime. They sent us an audio clip. Lyra plays a short, distorted clip of what sounds like a lullaby, warped and playing backward in parts, mixed with static. They explain,
My sleep's
An experimental hypersleep hub, broadcasting a reversed lullaby directly into someone's mind. The official purpose is to help sleep. The result is exhaustion and a deeply unsettling internal soundtrack. A misuse of technology, if not an outright weapon.
The phenomenon is consistent with localized resonant frequencies intersecting with neurological pathways during REM sleep. A malfunction could project counter-resonant frequencies. The, quote, reversed lullaby suggests data corruption or subconscious data transmission. This warrants immediate investigation.
Or it's a buggy piece of tech. Messing with brains even for sleep is asking for trouble. Could be someone's just got a poorly shielded unit.
still hearing backwards music in your head? That'll mess with anyone.
All right, all this talk of hidden signals and mind-bending tech makes a man hungry for something real. No mystery meat, no processed nutrient paste, just good, honest food. When I'm on a layover, there's only one place, the Milky Way Diner. Best damn space burgers this side of the Orion Arm. Real fried nebula noodles, and their Comet Shake will blow your circuits in the best possible way. Tell them Kael sent you. You won't regret it.
The Milky Way diner, where the food is as legendary as the tales you hear.
And finally, a message from truthseeker_9 on Kepler 47. They write, "My neighbour, a seemingly normal drone pilot for the Galactic fleet, suddenly started exhibiting strange habits. He'd spend hours staring at a binary star system, meticulously mapping its flares. He started collecting highly specific mineral samples from obscure trade routes. Then, last week, he vanished. No trace. His apartment was spotless, but his personal datapad was open, displaying nothing but an intricate, looping fractal pattern."
A drone pilot, suddenly obsessed with distant stars and specific minerals, then vanishes, leaving only an intricate fractal behind. It echoes the kind of precise, almost obsessive focus we've heard about in other fringe cases. A sudden shift in behavior, then erasure.
The sudden onset of obsessive behaviors, followed by disappearance, leaving a complex fractal, indicates a cognitive reprioritization event or an induced shift in core directives. The fractal may be a compressed data file, a trigger, or a signature of an influence that altered his behavior. Such a sudden change in a stable individual points to a highly invasive external force.
Sounds like he got himself recruited or replaced by some deep cover outfit. Fractals don't make people vanish, unless it was some kind of subliminal trigger to go deep underground. My money's on a shadowy agency wanting a new recruit.
Whatever it was, it turned a normal life into a cosmic enigma. And that brings us back to Valerius Thorne. The threads connecting these stories, the manipulation, the hidden influence, the abrupt disappearances, they all weave into a larger tapestry of control. Your stories, like the anonymous letter that started this investigation, are crucial. They remind us that the fringe isn't just out there, it's woven into the very fabric of our lives, influencing us in ways we might never suspect. So, keep sending us your anomalies, your suspicions, your fragmented truths. We are listening, we are looking, and we will continue to chase the things they try to bury.
The Fringe File, Incident of the Week.
The Fringe file we open tonight concerns the systematic erosion of consciousness, a terrifying new chapter in what can be hidden from us. When we consider the details of Valerius Thorne's death, the subtle temporal manipulation, the bioluminescent residue, it points to a future where control isn't exercised through brute force, but through unseen whispers in the mind. Ares Dynamics, the powerful corporation Valerius threatened to expose, appears to be at the heart of this new chilling frontier.
Control is always the endgame, Elias. Whether it's with a blaster or a whispered suggestion. If Ares Dynamics truly possesses this mind-bending technology, they've got the ultimate weapon. You don't need armies if you can make people believe what you want, or make them do what you want, even to themselves. It explains a quick cover-up. They can't afford to let anyone know such a thing exists, let alone that they used it on a public figure like Thorne. It would unravel everything.
Weapons of consensus. That's a truly terrifying thought. If they can make Valerius Thorne kill himself, what else can they make us believe? What decisions can they make us take? What truths can they implant or erase? This isn't just about Ares Dynamics and their profit margins. This is about the very nature of free will in a technologically advanced galaxy.
And the implications are staggering. If these elite circles, like Thorne's Circle of Soul, are involved in developing or deploying such tech, who else is under its influence? Political leaders, judges, military commanders? It's a complete subversion of society from the inside out. They wouldn't need to fight a war if they can just convince the enemy to surrender, or better yet, to never even start. This is bigger than any single corporation. It's a silent, unseen hand on the steering wheel of the galaxy.
On a completely different note, we promise to look into the case of R's mother, who is experiencing strange, repetitive vocalizations after bringing home an ancient crystal. We have some answers for R, and for you, our listeners.
Yeah, R, good news. Turns out your mom isn't possessed by an ancient space ghost. Cash and the science team analyzed the audio you sent and the data you provided about that crystal. Turns out your mom just has a unique brain.
Indeed, our team determined that the crystal your mother found was a very old, highly primitive, and oddly resonant data chip from a bygone era. It wasn't actively broadcasting. Instead, it was passively picking up and rebroadcasting fragmented, incredibly low-frequency radio waves from a decades-old, forgotten network of interstellar navigational beacons. Your mother, in her relaxed, near-sleep state, was simply acting as an incredibly sensitive biological receiver, processing these static-filled, looping fragments. She wasn't speaking a lost language, She was unconsciously repeating snippets of an ancient, garbled galactic weather forecast.
Basically, her brain was acting like a very old, fuzzy radio. Harmless. If a bit annoying, I imagine. No mind control, no ancient curses, just some forgotten signal noise from the vacuum of space. Sometimes, the weirdest anomalies have the simplest, most comforting explanations.
We truly hope this brings you peace of mind, Thank you for trusting us with your concern. This case, despite its unusual presentation, serves as a sharp contrast to the deliberate, sophisticated threat we face with Valerius Thorne. For the outlook on that case, our immediate next step is to corroborate the anonymous intel. We'll be seeking out any other anomalies in Thorne's known associations, his finances, even his public appearances in the weeks before his death, looking for any other flickers or residues that don't fit the official narrative.
And I'll be digging deeper into Ares Dynamics' classified black projects. There are always whispers, even within the tightest security perimeters. If they've developed this kind of tech, someone else knows about it, or helped build it. We'll be looking for anyone who might have been burned by them or who managed to escape.
This is a monumental task, but it's one we cannot shy away from. The death of Valerius Thorne is a warning. A terrifying glimpse into a future where reality itself is dictated by those with the power to manipulate the mind. We are committed to unearthing this truth, no matter how deep it's buried. We will continue to chase the things they try to bury.
The weather presented by the most handsome AI, Cash.
And now, for our regular check on the cosmic conditions. Cash, what's the galaxy looking like out there tonight? Any strange stellar phenomena or gravitational anomalies we should be aware of?
Galactic weather forecast. Sector Gamma 7. Minor solar flare activity. No impact on interstellar travel. Sector Beta 9. Increased nebular dust density. Recommend cautious navigation for smaller vessels. Galactic core. Stable. No anomalous energy signatures detected. Probability of meteor showers. Below average. Gravitational wave patterns. Nominal.
Always good to know it's not all mind-bending corporate conspiracies and weird historical radio signals out there. Sometimes a star is just a star.
A comforting thought, Kael. But tonight we've learned that even in the seemingly mundane, deeper truths can be buried. The official narrative surrounding Valerius Thorne's death paints a picture of a personal tragedy, but the anonymous details we've received and our initial analysis suggest a targeted, highly sophisticated act of mental manipulation orchestrated by Ares Dynamics. This isn't just a murder. It's a terrifying glimpse into a future where reality itself can be engineered. And to all our listeners, your eyes and ears out there in the vastness are vital. If you've encountered an anomaly, received a strange signal, witnessed something that defies explanation, or simply have a story that won't fit neatly into the official narrative, send it to us. Your messages, your recordings, your observations, no matter how small or strange, are what fuel this station. Reach out to us through our encrypted channels. We are listening. We are looking. We are here to uncover the truth, together. Remember, we chase the things they try to bury. Next week on the Fringe Frequency, we intercept a series of deeply unsettling encrypted transmissions from a long-lost exploratory vessel, the Deep Horizon, believed to have vanished decades ago in an uncharted sector. These signals aren't distress calls. They're intricate, evolving patterns of unknown origin suggesting a form of communication unlike anything we've ever cataloged. The question isn't what happened to the crew, but what they became out there in the vast, silent dark. And what exactly are they trying to tell us now? Join us as we attempt to decode the whispers from the ultimate frontier. Until then, stay vigilant, stay curious, and keep questioning everything. This is Elias Vance signing off from the Fringe Frequency.